We rolling?
We are rolling.
Hi, welcome to Inside FPRA. I'm Jeff Matura.
And I'm Ross Bartuccio.
Eric Bocock.
And welcome to another edition. Right out of the gate, we're going to talk about something that we were supposed to talk on last show, and I apologize. We're going to talk about Horizon's acquisition of Trinity.
Yeah.
And boy, I tell you what, Trinity was around forever. They started as a slot car company.
I remember that.
Ernie Prevetti passed away.
Always had the cigar, too.
He always had a cigar. He was a big shot. He was really big on the Miami Heat. He had those courtside tickets. He let you know that. He let you know about his home and his Ferrari. But I enjoyed their products, and I always got along very well with them.
Yeah.
But they're sold, and Horizon's got them. So what did Horizon get out of the deal?
No idea.
They got a name. They got basically goose egg. They let everybody go.
Yeah, that's a shame.
They let Jim Dieter go,
Oh.
who was the brains of the operation. They fired everyone. The whole team. Guess what the team got as a gift from Horizon?
Not much.
A pink slip.
Oh,
They
nice.
fired everybody. They
Nice.
fired their team, and there's no longer any
Wow.
choice. They didn't take anyone with them to carry on Trinity.
I think
And we all know
those guys-
Trinity didn't make anything at all. They never did. They never made a single item. What they did is they designed some really good
Yeah.
Products.
and especially their motors, their batteries were really good.
Yeah.
Will Horizon sell high-priced, really good batteries anymore from Team Leslie? No, they're not going to do
from
it. They're too
Trinity.
big. From Team Trinity. Thank
Yeah.
you. Never correct me. Never correct me.
I'll start with
But
it.
so that's something, and I've got some more inside info regarding Team Trinity and how it was set up, the trust with Ernie and the children, and they just didn't want to do it anymore. And Horizon came in and
Wow.
made them a ridiculous offer for what they got. They got nothing. And I suspect that we're going to see products going on the Trinity name, some retro-inspired things, because what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
They fired the main guy that designed everything. Dieter's gone.
Dieter's
Wow.
Dieter was a
Monster.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
He
What-
was a genius.
someone's going to pick him up. This guy has been designing motors for as long as I've been in
It's
RC.
been all those years with Brian Kinwald building his motor
Oh, yeah.
specifically.
No, the
Just-
guy's a genius, and he really knows the stuff. And someone smart, if he stays in the business, and I think he will, because that's what he knows, someone's going to be very fortunate to pick him up. I don't
Yeah.
understand, and we'll get Trinity's, we'll get Horizon's point of view. We're going to reach out to them. We haven't yet. To be fair, we haven't reached out to them. We'll see. We'll get them on the show and see what they have to say, why they thought it was best to get rid of everyone. I really don't know. Maybe there's things that I don't know, to be fair, and they gave them an opportunity or a severance package, but I really doubt it because those companies don't work like that.
Mhm.
It just doesn't happen. Tower Hobbies no longer exists. Well, it does. Horizon bought them. Tower Hobbies, if you don't know, Great Plains was the Walmart in the Sears Roebuck of RC. They were the center, the epicenter of anything RC. And that's why Champaign, Illinois is the mecca right now, because they started in Champaign, and that's everything RC was out of Champaign now.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the reality of it is it was so mismanaged that, and they thought they knew everything, and they saw imports start coming in from China and Hong Kong, and they laughed at some of these companies and didn't want to carry them, and they completely missed the ball.
Yeah.
And now they went from being the biggest RC company on the planet to they filed bankruptcy and were bought out by Horizon.
I know, and I used to, when I was a kid, I would wait for that
Catalog.
catalog to come
That
out.
Oh,
was
yeah.
before the internet. Sure.
Yeah.
And it was always the Kyosho and the Tamiya
I
cars.
get it in the mail.
Same with RC car action at the time, man.
Yeah.
You picked one at one of the races. It was in the magazine. That's what you went out and bought. You're like, oh, a Cyclone one, a Novak Cyclone one. I gotta have it. Gotta have it.
That's
The reality of it is, so you come to know these guys, you know, the Dirtnator, Brian Kinwald, Paul Lemieux, you talk to some of these guys and you find out that's not really how it worked. A
No.
lot of them had LRPs that were shrink wrapped that were running for Team Novak.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stake. These guys are racing to win. That's their job. So if an LRP is performing, and I love Bob Novak, I miss
Yeah.
Novak. I love
Yeah.
Novak, and I still bought Novaks because they were trying to compete with the Chinese, and Hobby Wing destroyed them
Yeah.
because they couldn't make them for what the Chinese
No.
were making them for. And
No,
now
mass
people are
product.
ripping off Hobby Wing and making clones of Hobby Wing now to bring the prices down even further.
Wow, that's amazing.
Sky RC,
Sky RC makes great. No, they're not ripping anybody off right now. They're making great products.
Yeah,
It's got the
I got 'em.
differential meter. They
Oh,
make,
really?
they make.
Yeah.
We love their discharge,
Discharges.
but they
Oh,
also
I got
have. They also
Yeah.
have wireless
scales.
scales. That
Yeah,
we use
got
them.
them.
FPRA
Yeah, I use
uses them.
them.
A lot of us have them. They're
Oh, yeah.
invaluable. So let's talk FPRA news for a minute. So on the last program, we mentioned Tamiya Cup. So you guys
Right.
will have a place. And now those new rules are posted online. So if you go on Facebook under Florida Power Sports Racing Association, you'll be able to see all the new rules. Only affected Tamiya Cup and drag racing. We had VXL and we had Real
I'm trying
Street.
to figure out, Ross, are you trying to take that car out in the corner so you could be
Which car is
Oh, he won't let it go. He won't let it go.
Not again.
It's Buford T.
Ferguson?
Ferguson. The name changes depending on which day you ask him. But he looks a lot like you. A lot like
I
you.
do, but I have
Handsome man, handsome man.
I have a face built for camera.
You do, you really do. And I have a face for radio. But we're glad you joined us on this episode because the Ross man in future episodes we're going to be giving some tips.
Yeah, I'll
for
do some
Rich
tips.
Barron's supposed to come down. We're also going to have people within the industry, Paul Lemieux, Josh Cyril for drag racing.
that'd be
We're
cool.
going to try to get hold of Horizon, let them tell their side of the story, but I'm pretty sure they just canned everybody and could care less. It's a business decision,
Money.
and that's how business works. So there's nothing to do with people.
Yeah. But I look forward to when we're able to help out people starting out and just being new to the hobby, giving them the, hey, this is how you maybe adjust your car to get around a corner and
Sure.
curveball, or here's a proper way to position your car and time the lights and wait for the particular lights to go down and talk about the tree itself, because that's why I don't drag race.
Yeah, we got
Stuff's
two.
confusing. Green, red, yellow.
We'll do it. I've never real drag raced. I've never done the full size cars, and I'm learning. Boy, we talked about in the last episode about this guy is a machine, and another guy that really stands out is Sean Foley. I'm battling him right now in 17.5. Rossman had a great looking 17.5 car.
I'll come out and surprise a couple guys.
Well, he's good. He's probably got the best 17.5 car I've seen, and he's got amazing reaction times. It'd be nice if he was out there.
And you know
He's awesome.
what's really cool too is seeing, like, Sean always brings his boys, and he has his two.
He's a family man.
Oh yeah.
They
that's
all
nice.
race and watching them.
FPR, the F stands for family. I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, it's nice to see you and Mason,
Yeah.
That's right.
Mike Caroof and little Mikey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lance and Carson Fisher.
Oh,
I mean,
Carson's
there's
good. I love Carson.
Carson's a good kid, and he's really come a long way. If he can only beat Jeff Record,
Yeah.
can anyone beat Jeff Record?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so. No,
No.
I'm a betting
No.
man, and I put money on that.
Yeah.
I don't think any
It's years of experience.
years of experience. He lets
He
the guys
drives
crash up.
He
He drives
drives. He if you ever watch him on the track, he'll take his time. He'll
Oh,
move his way around, and he just lets off where the other guys are just
I think
gun ho.
Aaron could give him a run for his money, but Aaron won't try. He won't try. He's like, I wash my hands of that.
I
I
don't think
wash my
Aaron
hands of
could be-
Southland Nash truck.
I don't think Aaron could beat Jeff Record.
I think if someone, Sean could. Wait,
Nah.
I hate
Aaron
to say
can
it,
drive,
but
but
he is.
Sean can
Now
drive,
Sean can.
but
Sean
he
could
swirls
beat-
out in the end. He can
He
tag take
chokes
the
a little
lead,
bit.
little bit.
Yeah.
I really foleyed that one up. I'm sorry.
But
But-
no, I mean, when he's really driving,
he's on
his game,
on,
man,
yes.
he's fired, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
he could beat Jeff.
But Jeff is just one of those people that it's
Little louder.
it's consistently
Thank you.
always turning the same lap times. And
He stays.
Yeah.
I call it the record effect.
Yeah.
He stays out of the wrecks. Period. He
Yeah.
lets everyone else take another
And that's
person
how
out.
you win.
He stays.
Consistency.
He runs fast, but he stays out of the wreck. He's driving ahead of his truck. He
Yeah.
knows what's
Yeah.
happening ahead of his
Looking
truck.
ahead.
That's how he stays
Yeah.
out. And Jeff was always for 35 years an on-road guy. He did not like oval at all. And now no one can beat him, and he comes consistent.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah, and I don't think he's practicing anywhere except at our races. But he's smart enough to say, "Hey, everybody's obsessed with speed."
Yeah.
Everybody,
And
it's not speed. He's not
No,
winning from speed,
angling.
although he's extremely fast. He's not winning.
Yeah.
He's out driving these guys. He's driving smarter and he's driving better in the
Well,
corners.
You can't have speed if you don't have control, and that's bottom line.
That's a good point.
No, and when you're
speed means nothing. without-
No, Joe Johnson told me something. We were at the '87 on-road nationals at Clyde World at Southwest
Oh,
Florida
wow.
RC Raceway,
Back.
and back when I had RCTV, I interviewed Joe Johnson,
Yeah.
who I called a turd in my last episode, but he was a nice guy. He just wasn't a warm and fuzzy guy that wanted the BS. He was all business. He didn't say anything wrong. He's not a friendly guy.
Remind me, and I'll bring my shirt from
Yeah.
that race.
I have it.
I
It's
still
my closet. It's a laundry.
Yes.
I love that shirt.
Oh.
So here's what he said to me. He said he didn't call me Jeff because he wasn't a warm guy. And here's what he said. He said
picking
it
on
doesn't
him,
matter. No, I'm not picking on him. He's a legend. He can do what he wants. He's a bit of a diva.
Didn't
So
you
here's
just
the
buy
deal.
his car?
I did. Joe, I bought your card from Kyosho. I can't wait. May I finish, please, sir? So here's the deal.
Poor guy.
He said it doesn't matter how much battery or motor you have if you can't put it down.
That's
What
right.
does it do? So he said tires were 85 to 90%. And I never forgot that. That was from 1997, he told me.
Yeah,
that.
and it's true.
And
That
it
is
is true.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
that's why the
watch-
guy's a winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch the fast guys in anything, in oval, on
Just
road,
watch-
off road.
Watch Ross.
You'll watch them continually take the same lines and they work around the track where the traction's in the track. And they don't go super wide and get sand all over their tires and
Well, we
squirrel.
were told,
It's tough.
we've been to races, and you might have too. We were told, we went to some big races, and we were always told, like, I remember we went to one, and they said, you didn't really come here expecting to win. Well, yeah, I spent $2,000, and I've been practicing, and I'm a good driver. I'm a top tier driver. Yeah, I came here to win.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. A lot of time, I've lost my whole racing career, and I go to have fun.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
goal is to win.
That's
Whatever, like, I'm winning a C or D or E or F.
Yeah.
Maine, and
It
that's
doesn't
back
matter.
when it was thick.
Yeah.
We have fun,
Yeah.
but the goal is to win. And people tell you, oh, you're not going to win. Why are you even trying? But there's some cheating that goes on, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Some cheating goes on, like we were talking about rapid speed controls that weren't really the ones that they said they used because they perform better, or
Yes.
taking. This is back in the day of nickel metal hydrides and NiCads. So I'm going back. We've been doing this.
Yeah.
We're older guys, so we've been doing this a long time. He's
Yeah,
the
the 1200 cells.
but they would take different shrink wrap and wrap them, and you didn't have a chance.
They would take the red cells and wrap them with the yellow
Right.
wrap.
It sounds like sour
Sounds
grapes,
faster.
but that does it happen in real racing? Of course, all the time.
Yeah.
That's a big problem. And what we do in FPRA is we try to have tech and keep everything fair. So
Yeah.
at least what have I always said? I don't mind losing. I just want a fair shake.
That's right.
Yep.
And it's really hard to
Yeah.
do. To keep everybody above board, because a lot of guys think if it's not cheating if you don't get caught,
Yeah.
and they subscribe to that, and it's tough.
Yeah,
It's
you
tough
know,
to be competitive.
win no matter what.
And then you see we deal with it with FPRA. You see someone who's 5 and 6 laps. We got a guy named Nick, and Nick is a really good driver.
Yeah, he is.
This guy knows
Insane
setup.
driver.
Joe Samansky is an
Insane
amazing
driver.
driver. Chuck Parsons, these guys are really good. And we're just saying names if you don't know them. They're nice guys. They've been around a long time.
Yeah.
They know how to set up a car and they know how to drive, like Jeff Record's doing in Southland Nash truck.
Right.
And you get a guy that's 5, 6 laps up. You're like, how are they doing it? But we're
Yeah.
pecking. They're
Yeah.
doing it because their car is amazing. Like Ross said, mine.
If you see his lines,
But
and-
that's my point. The lines they're killing people in the corners.
Yeah.
You got to stay close to hug that pipe in the corners when you enter and exit, and have the right line. And you be 2 and 3 laps up. If you go wide, you're killing your time. If you're
Yeah.
scrubbing speed,
If you're blowing past a corner.
Yeah, if you're see, that's it.
You gotta get that
let
car
off
balanced.
before you get in.
and he knows center. He knows he's
Someone
not
said something a while back. It was probably
Then I know
a
it
month
wasn't
or
true.
no, it was a couple months ago, and it actually stuck in my head. I'm trying to make,
Really?
I'm trying to teach
What's he
Mason
say? Yeah.
I don't
um,
I want to know what he said.
that winning doesn't happen the day of the race. Winning happens the weeks before when you're putting the work in and tweaking and adjusting and nutting and bolting your car and making sure it's clean.
I disagree.
Everything
If you're
time.
cheating, it happens the day of the race.
But
Yeah.
No, you gotta prepare for that too. Uncle.
No, I don't. I pull it out of the box and throw it on the track.
Yeah, I know, but you have fun. You go to have fun. You with your son.
Yeah.
We've watched your son grow up. You posted some pictures
Oh,
of him as a younger lad and then growing up. And it's neat to see the progression. That's something I never got to do with my dad. I didn't get to do with my dad. But your son will always remember that.
Yeah, well, that's
Sean's kids, Mikey Crew's son. You know, they'll all remember this. Lance in Carson together.
Yeah, when I first began racing, first car I bought, my mom took me, family hobby. I bought a Hornet, a high-tech radio.
Wow, I remember
The
that.
charger was 2 alligator clips and a Tamiya plug, and you had to watch your watch. If not, you were blowing a hole in your
15,
parents'
yeah.
hood because the battery would explode when you'd leave it over 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Went to that track. My dad would take me and a friend of mine, Eric Keller, and we would go and race off of Airport Road. And this was 82, 83 back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That was because you weeded air.
yeah, I was a little, and I remember we raced that, and then my mom got all excited because finally I had a sport I was interested in, because forget that it's got to have a motor.
Well, he didn't like girls.
I still don't. I'm looking at you, Jeff.
Hey, now. Hey, you look good.
But-
Gene.
When we went, my mom bought me a Tamiya Sand Scorcher.
Oh, I
love
remember
it.
those.
Bought it used
Yeah.
from somebody family.
I have
one. Raced the bejesus out of that thing
Yeah.
until the RC10 came out.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad taking us. He had a brown van, and he would just sit. And it was one of those convergent vans with a TV. Probably got 2 channels, and he's hanging out with us. And that's the part of the family thing. And also, it grows the hobby and keeps it alive.
Yeah. Well, it's in the long run. If we had a graph, it's holding its own right now. But we're not getting the days of getting 300 guys out there.
Oh yeah.
No,
That's long gone. That's pre-video games and computers.
I tell you,
that
the
really
fight-
took a bite.
Fighting them phones, man.
The phones right now, that's brutal. But we do have some younger guys coming in.
Yeah.
It's hard to get to actually get a brand new person to RC that's never done it before. Usually, it's a recycle from planes or boats.
That's true.
Or they
I can
did
see
cars
that.
a long time ago and they see us race and then they want to come back. We're at the 550 mark. It's probably more during this episode. I haven't checked it recently, but we just keep growing. These are real people, real buying power, and they spend it. They're hardcore guys, and we're getting terrific turnouts, which is I'm really proud of, because our retention level right now is about 9. I track a lot of. I'm big on statistics. Our retention level right now is about 97.
The location.
98%. Where we get guys, they
Ice
come
cream.
and they keep
Yeah.
coming. And Luciano, the ice cream guy.
ice cream.
Oh,
No.
man.
Yeah.
Better than the
He's
summer
got a
time.
mullet.
Oh.
What is it?
90s.
Business in the front, party in the back. That's Luciano. And we don't know if he has a record or not, but I love the guy. I love him.
Oh, man,
Who would
coconut,
be in?
Yeah.
mango, just. But that's just it too. I remember racing all over the state. I remember traveling
Florida
to go
State
stuff.
Series.
Like Jeff, you know.
Dave
going-
Vera's doing a great. Dave, big shout out to Dave Vera and crew. They're doing a great job at the
Yeah.
Florida State Series.
I can't wait for him to come around close so I can take Newsom and have him his
Yeah.
first experience at a big
Yeah,
race.
it's a lot
Oh,
of
that'll
fun.
be fun.
Don't forget, speaking of big races, we've got the Oval Nationals are coming to a town near you. They're going to be in the Estero, Fort Myers area, so that's going to be an
Awesome.
amazing time. And I
Can't
hear,
wait.
I understand they're running infractions there as well. So we'll tell you all about it. All that information will be on FPRA.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. Also, all the rules are updated, so you can look it up. They're on Facebook under Files. Go under there and you'll see them updated. So if you have any questions, all you got to do is read them. Just open it, or all you got to do is post on FPRA under Facebook, and we'll gladly answer your questions, because
Perfect.
all of us are on there answering them.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's really positive. It's a positive place. You can come share information,
Yeah.
have some fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun place.
It's the only place I've been where there's competition, but there's nobody that takes it so
Oh,
seriously.
Rich Barron takes it seriously. And the Ross man. Oh, I didn't work on my car. I've been working on it for 3 months, but I didn't work on it. That's his MO. That's what he said.
I
didn't
didn't-
work on my car, but I did this. When he was running infraction, the whole idea at the beginning was
Never
don't
touch
touch your car. Oh, I didn't touch mine. All I did was 90 things to it.
No.
I couldn't keep track.
I took the
That's
disc,
what
I
was.
filed the
He
T.
rotated the tires. All right. He rotated the tires, but he
That was it.
But there, when you go to FPRA, you can just walk up to any tent, spark up a conversation,
Yeah.
even if you're having a bad day or
Well, this guy was
Even if you need a part.
This guy helped.
You need a
He helps everybody. What award do you got? The sportsmanship award? What did you got? You got something at the big guy. This guy, I've been saying it for 30 plus years. He looks like $1 million any race he goes.
Every
Every race. Yeah, he beats them. He beats them before. He's in their head before the race. That's Ross.
He has been rocking Tide for 35
years being the Tide rider. Yeah,
I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But we're gonna wrap it up right now. Anybody have anything you want to, little pearls of wisdom you want to leave? Practice the most important thing. Have fun. This is a hobby / sport. We do it for fun. Go to some of the more experienced guys. You see Joe Szymanski at one of the races.
Yep.
Hit him up. Nick,
Yep.
Ross,
Yeah.
here.
Anybody.
Ross helps everybody.
Yeah.
Bar none. He doesn't care. The guy has missed race at big races that he paid big money to go to, and has missed races because he was helping other people. And that's priceless, man. That's really nice.
It's hard, and that's what the hobby is.
I get a kick out of it.
Yeah, well, he gives back, and he always everybody borrows everything from. He's the guy we hit up. Hey, Ross, you got this? And he gives half of his stuff away. Good guy. We're glad he's part of it. I just wish he didn't take Rich Barron out in that big race.
I'm sorry. It almost brought me to tears.
Yeah, no, I feel bad because Rich isn't here, but we're gonna get
caught the vapors.
Yeah, he got the vapors.
No, he's a good guy. He's racing hard. Everybody wants to win.
I want
You
to eat.
hungry?
All right.
So listen, we're gonna see you next
Don't
time.
point. Don't point. That's rude.
I'm using Disney Point.
Disney Point. I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, they do. Two
Disney
fingers.
Point? Okay.
We'll see you next time because I'm fat and I gotta eat.
For everybody here at Inside FPRA, I'm Jeff Maturo.
And I'm Ross Bertuccio.
Not fat.
Hey, Disney Point. We'll see you next time. Good, good, good.